So much soul. Oh boy. Soul. So much soul. Don't you agree? I agree. Monarchy. So much soul. Drop Nation. CJ. Wow. 2 cups, soul chillin' in my hand. 1 for me, 1 for my man. Soul chillin', slow reelin' with my hand. Reelin' in my plan, we just really with the plan, boy. 2 cups, soul chillin' in my hand. 1 for me, 1 for my man. Soul chillin', slow reelin' with my hand. Reelin' with the plan, we just really with the plan, boy. Living word, no death in my company. Moving water, nothing still in front of me. On my daughter, every naga got a dragon. Game over, every hijack will be loud. They'll say who's Prester John, they'll say who's Prester John. Oh, we got him on the run, boy, we got him on the run. They'll say this the magic scepter when the emerald's pointed at him. Boy, we got him on the run, man, we traveling up for fun. Man, we soul chillin', reelin' in my hand. With my hand. 1 for me, 1 for my man. Soul chillin', slow reelin' with my hand. Reelin' in the plan, we just really with the plan, boy. King Kong, Grand Con in my company. Priest King, soul chillin', making life a beach. 10 toes, we firm, fixed, and movable. 9 commandments, the spiral is so portable. They'll say who's Prester John, they'll say who's Prester John. Boy, we got him on the run, boy, we got him on the run. It's the magic scepter with that emerald.
Yeah, they got him on the run. Look, they say who is Prester John? Wait, let me ask my mom. Just a sister spitting wisdom, call her Zon. We on a mission, on a quest that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Referencing the tablets when I'm up against my habits. Time traveling to the past and the days of joyous laughing. Got me thinking, man, what happened? And looking for Prester John like aye, Cap.
Hijack Slayer, we hijack free everywhere. Execution, X marks the spot in every prayer. Drop Nation, they can't tell us who we are. Sprouting seeds, they buried us and here we are. They'll say who's Prester John, they'll say who's Prester John. Boy, we got him on the run, boy, we got him on the run. They'll see there's that magic scepter with that emerald pointed at him. Boy, we got him on the run, man, we driving up for fun. I'm in 2 cups, soul chillin' in my hand. 1 for me, 1 for my man. Come on, soul chillin', slow reelin' with my hand. Reelin' in the plan, we just really with the plan. 2 cups, soul chillin', we soul chillin'. The Lord, soul chillin', not stone, the Lord, us, we storm, the Lord, we not storm, battle the Lord. You know we in battle time, more tribe, there's more man. We do it every time. The story, the Lord. More man, it's more man. The Lord. Slap by. Guaranteed hot by.
Top of the song. Hey. What it do?
Yes, indeed.
How's everybody doing?
Allow
Episode Solbone podcast where cons can be cons and have conversation.
Yeah.
And a connection.
Hey, let's
And a con like RKJ up in the building, man.
Thank y'all for having me. Very grateful. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man, for real.
Type as you already know. RKJ's in the spot. If you already know, you already know. Monarchy, you know the music, you know the fashion. We're gonna get a little bit of it all, but you know I'm gonna let my con take over for the opening drop, man, and just hey, hop to you.
First and foremost, I just want to say thank y'all so much, man. I love y'all, you know, for the Battle family, and you know I wouldn't be sitting right here if it wasn't for the Battle family. So I just gotta say thank you. I love y'all forever. You know, very foundational to these pieces that's being laid right now and being stepped on at the same time. So, and that just brings you drop, man. Thank you for what you do. You know, and continuously always going and getting that information and staying on it. You know, I remember just times where it could have went either way and nobody ever let go of nothing. They just kept pressing forward and doing it for the Most High. So I just forever grateful to be able to sit right here on this podcast and to see what's continuously happening, like, and unfolding. And I think this union for me is special, you know, and it's just a great opening for the next chapter because a new chapter just started. So gratitude.
Hey, give it a fuck, Jay.
For real. Thank y'all.
Heart, brother.
All right, y'all. Y'all knew that was gonna do this, so keep the camera off.
So top of the soul.
Yeah.
RKJ, man, who are you, my nigga? Like, you know, what are your passions? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what has led to your journey, man, sitting here at the Solbone podcast?
Man, it's crazy because, like, who I am is a great question just because 80%, maybe even more, like, I'm not even me, you know, like, I've given my life to the Most High to a whole nother degree to where, like, I just go where he tell me to go and do what he tell me to do, and then that 20% of time where he may need to set me down for a second so he can maneuver things in my favor, in the favor of those that surround me, that's the 20% where I get to discover that very question is, who am I? And when even times like right now that's happening and I find myself here. So I am, you know, of the Most High. I'm very grateful to be a vessel of use to help my people and those around me. I'm somebody that's just wielding the power and being an instrument, and that's who I am mainly. And outside of that, when I get to do cool stuff, it's stuff with fashion, cut and sew work to clothe individuals, and one day I'll be able to fully step into my position, even with what we're building here, being able to bring those designs and clothing to life, like, and just clothe the tribe, you know, and utilizing that trade, and then creating frequency music, co-creating with the Most High. Even when it comes to being expressive and finding my voice, I get to do that. So I'm grateful for that, which CJ helped with that a lot, just within my budding time of, like, first sprouting of wanting to do that or feeling the need to do something like that. So that's why all of these moments is very special. And then even more than just the music, but the food and being a part of that. And I already have the inclination of walking that path of plant-based and things of that nature, but doing so, like, you know, how that a struggling artist would how they live, but with food. You know, you struggling, like, yeah, I know this is what I want to do, but like, I'm somewhat limited when it comes to knowledge of all the things that I could eat or whatever. So being around the battleship and being able to find different meals and seeing that it's even possible, you know, to have a full family that's on that same thing, that became a piece, like, of letting me know and confirming, which has also bred me to be who I am. So yeah, man, to encompass the Most High and those around me, and finding those pieces of myself within everybody else, that's who I am.
And we're grateful for you,
For sure.
KJ.
Man, if you don't feel that, you know, you ain't got no soul
You gotta
bone.
let that resonate for me.
You ain't ready for this
Who am
conversation.
I? This is who I am.
In other words, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? In other
That's how
words,
you
you gotta
answer
get
that
to know
question.
me.
Nah, for real. Yeah. To know y'all is to know me. To know the Most High is to know me. That's where we stand at. That's where we reside. Yeah.
And you out here in LA, you know what I'm saying? My stomping grounds out here from Inglewood.
Yeah.
You out, you know what I'm saying, out here in the city of Compton popping off and take us through that journey, you know, and just how, you know, it's coincided with your music, your fashion, you know what I mean? You just being out here in LA and the people, you know what I mean? What's your vision, Monagi?
I mean, I can't even speak on that without saying the name Ro Jackson, man. Shout out to Ro, man. Forever long live Ro. Because almost a year today, on April 23rd of last year, I came out here to support a young lady I know named Alex, and she was having her first showcase out here as an artist. And after the showcase, the Spirit, just the Most High, like, go to Junior Ramen. So I did so. I went to Junior Ramen. They had about 40 minutes maybe to close. So I went to the front, asked them if it was okay for me to still order some food because I want to be respectful. And he said, yeah. So I went ahead and told him what I wanted to order. It was a dude to my left that was like, hey, I heard the way you ordered your food. Something tell me I want to chop it up with you. So I moved the vehicle, came back inside, chopped it up with him. And that sowed the seed for me being in Compton right now. Because that man, that was his, on April 23rd of last year, that was his 1 year anniversary for his space, which is in Compton with Planet Health Compton. So
shout out to Planet Health Compton, man.
Shout out to Planet Health, man.
The whole city of Compton, what it do?
Putting that healthy food on the people.
Man, it's
God.
so good too. It's that soul food for real.
That soul food for real.
God.
So I went and visited, and then long story short, he asked me to come out here and be side by side with him within the fashion and Planet Health Compton. And then side by side with him for 6 months, and that was a great journey of just, I dipped out from the world really, and off of social media, off of everything, and just really took that time for, like, I just could feel everything was so divine and like hand knitted by the Most High, to where like I just left everything, dipped off, came out here, and dove into Planet Health, like the whole nine, from helping with dishes. Sometimes it just be me and him in there. Sometimes me, him, and one other person. So I learned everything. He started giving me the keys to everything, to run everything. 6 months of that, and November 27th, he transitioned through a tragic car accident. And unforeseen, it's like they were shaking. Everybody, like the community shaking. And, the Most High, it was crazy. I was just like, wow, this is, you don't know what you was really brought for until you really know. And I was like, dang. So when he told me that he felt like I was the one he was waiting on, he didn't even know how much of that was real, to where like when he transitioned, it was me. I was the one to step up and keep everything rolling and going. And that's been my journey. That's been the thing I've been focused on, getting in the community of Compton, learning about Compton, doing the giveaways to the kids going back to school, the Thanksgiving giveaways. Like literally, I've just been walking with the Most High and being in purpose this whole entire time. So that's what got me here. That's what I've been on. Yeah.
When you know your purpose, you move with purpose.
I mean,
straight up.
That's what's up.
What brought you just to take that leap of faith to even spend that 6 months with him? Because I know you got a lot going on. I mean, this brother's known for fashion shows, man. I mean, elite level, you know what I mean?
From Texas.
Designer, music, studios, like.
Bro got a whole nother life in a whole nother state.
He got a whole world.
Texas.
I couldn't believe it when I heard he was out here like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Multiple states,
that's a crossover for real, like Iverson for real.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like what was that decision like? You know what I mean?
It was for one, having the goosebumps and knowing when me and Ro first met, like, this is crazy, like something going on here. Then going to his space and seeing it, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm gonna be here. That's weird, And then I was supposed to link up with him one more time before leaving and going back to Dallas, but then his brother passed away. So I was like, well, you be with the fam, take care of the fam, do what you doing. I'll catch up with you another time. Like about a week later, he texted me like, hey, I'm getting everything ready for you. I was like, huh? Like, all right, yeah, whatever, bro. Like, cool. Yeah. And then, some more time went by, and he just kept hitting me like, nah, I'm for real. Like, I want you to come help, da-da-da. And so that, along with the Most High, like, when I was in Dallas before leaving, I was spending time with people that I would usually be there for and things that I'm spending time with them, like, intentional time, and I could feel it. And I was like, either I'm about to go somewhere else or I'm about to die. It's one of the two. So it was blessedly I was going somewhere else. And that chapter died, but not me, so it was really just all driven by the Most High and me following the spirit and the inclination to know that it was of him. Like, nah, this is all of this is very divine. And you could just feel it. It wasn't no games. It wasn't no nothing. It was just like, this is what it is, and I need to follow that and be obedient. And my obedience is truthfully, like, it wasn't nothing that had to do with me. It was straight being obedient and listening. And that's what got me out here. Like, that's it. That's literally it. It didn't make sense to some other people. I'm like, look, that's what time it is. And blessedly so, that's what happened.
The call.
The call. That's it.
Honestly,
the Most High, straight up.
RJ, you know, again, your discipline, your resilience, you know, those are definitely qualities that stand out. But it's like, it's your ability to see, and then rise to whatever it is that you're seeing. That's it's profound.
Thank you. I'm appreciative.
If you can, you know, just bring us in a little more on Rolling, like, you know what I'm saying, what was he like, and just to his family, man, just condolences, and
man,
our hearts with y'all, and, you know what I'm saying, we all one family, we're going to support this, we're going to support the vision, just bring us into, you know, Roll a little more.
For sure. Roll, he was definitely within purpose when it came to Planet Health. Like, he didn't have much help and people around that really understood his vision. You know, he, before Planet Health and before getting into everything, like, he wanted to be in community, but he was also growing up, like, bro was a Crip. Like, he was living a whole nother life until he made a certain transition. And he had gotten into a car accident, and like, he was like, all right, he was sitting in the hospital, like, how can I do something different? My back hurt. Then this commercial came up of a dude that his back was messed up, and then he went plant-based and all this. So he changed his life, and then wanted to do the same for his community that he came from. So he was all about community, like community, and getting in there and providing food in a food desert where these people don't know no better. He was very intellectual, very smart, like, understood a lot, and because of his past being in the dope game or whatever that case may be, he was very vigilant, paid a lot of attention to a lot of things, so it kept him aware on top of things. So that all of that went into just the making of Row, and then the foundation of Planet Health, because he was fire, like, straight fire. If you ain't in place, you ain't doing something right, he like, hey, come here, you know what I'm saying? Like, he moving fast, and he telling you what it is, he know how he want it, and it was very good, like, of, like I said, setting that foundation. Like, bro was a leader, for sure, a trailblazer, and a light, like a fire that was just burning, and he'll purify somebody so fast. Like if you was not right, he gonna get you right. And you know, we had a mutual respect of he was a true visionary, and he felt that I was the same, and we had different temperaments, but going in the same direction. So it's just a lot of love there, man. Like, bro really a true visionary, and putting the pieces together, even defying the odds to do so when nobody else believed in it. He was pouring into it and making it happen, sacrificing so much time while going through things. Like, he was a father as well. He has twin boys, and they turned 2 5 days after his transition, December 1st. So, like, he was all about his kids. How can I want my kids to this. I want this and that. We had an event, like, giving back to kids at the end of the summer, back to school situation, and he was like, yo, RJ, like, bro, this is so good. It's only one thing that could have made this better, and that was for my kids to be here. So, like, he was all about his kids, all about Planet Health, and all about community. That's what Roll's about. That's Rollin' Jackson. Face. For real. Yeah. Shout out to bro, man. For real.
So, Planet Health restaurant, you got a menu.
Yeah.
Take us through the menu. What inspired maybe some of the items on the menu?
Okay.
Where did the menu come from?
So the menu, I mean, it's a really cool, vast menu to a certain degree. Like, you have your mama's mac and cheese, You have your greens. You have your yams, which is all of the soul food, right? So still giving people things that they were used to, but then comfort. I say it's comfort food, truly, like plant-based comfort food. And it's still nutritious, like still nutritious for the body. You got oyster mushrooms on the menu. A lot of our stuff is made from oyster mushrooms, like our number one seller, the lobster roll. Like that's just like fried oyster mushrooms, which once again, bringing the fried aspect is able to help people that's in. You got to remember where we at. We in Compton, so we want to help these people choose better things. So giving them fried things, but the thing that's fried is still oyster mushrooms. Then it helps them cross over and be like, oh, this is possible. This is this. So the menu is really based off of like giving people transitional and choices outside of what they used to, but something that's still familiar. So we have the chicken and chips, the fish and chips.
Boy, that fish and chips, though.
Yeah, bro wanted some fish and chips today. We might have to make that happen like afterwards, you know.
So everything on the menu, plant based.
Everything, no soy involved, plant based.
The grill is clean. The grill is clean.
You did.
Yeah.
It is not nothing else going on in there.
Oh man.
Okay. And so you got thrown into. You're in this situation. You don't have any experience, any background, and here.
Life funny like that though, cause like you think I don't have experience, cause I don't in the eyes of being in a restaurant, but like I said, even being at the house, like with the battleship, that's experience. That's real life experience. And seeing that we in there cooking stuff up, we in there doing whatever, we in there working on music, we in there working on. So when you look at Planet Health, like all of those things that's going on in there was directly linked to my story. So when it came to the retail portion in the shoes, like I was doing, that was my first company, Sneaker Junkies. You know, I was customizing, cleaning, and restoring sneakers, and then working on getting a partnership with Nike to sell shoes and stuff. That's there. Then you got the juices and smoothies. We was making juices and smoothies and tea.
Every day.
We was making hella tea, you know. And then we don't use sugar. We use agave. Then we have the plant-based restaurant. Like you said, we already know how we rock with plant-based food and etc. We've been on that. Then you got the setup in there with the lounge, PH Lounge, where you got the mini stage and you got the vibe. We used to host it. You know that. We hosted a lot of things at the Battleship. So we used to hosting and helping artists and getting them to where they want to go and etc. That was a big part of the monarchy and what we were doing and been doing. So, and then on the other side, we had the wellness, which is Dr. Sabi's family, bringing their herbs in from Usha Village, Honduras. Shout out to the Sabi family, to the Bowmans. And I just went to Usha. I was already headed to Usha before I met Ro. So in August, from the 1st through the 7th, I went to Usha. This past year,
just to even know, like,
didn't even know that I was about to be intertwined with the family to that degree. But I was already, and then I ended up being there on Dr. Sabi's 7-year anniversary of his transition, of his passing. So I was with the family inside of his glass house, doing like in there with the spirit. They playing the drums, and I'm doing the whole night with the family.
Rest in power, Dr. Sabi. Peace to the family.
You got initiated.
Man, I got initiated. And like
in a good way.
And it's like crazy because you didn't. This is all of these things are things that not a human being could not orchestrate and do, which is why I know all of it was of the Most High. Because I couldn't have. How could I have planned any of that? I couldn't have.
I can't make this up.
Well, except for the trip. You playing the trip.
I'm playing the trip, but even that, I didn't. Like, bro, that trip ended up being sponsored.
Dang.
Like, even if we dive into that, like, I got led into, once again, shout out to Alex again, because I got led into a yoga community in Dallas.
Okay.
And shout out to Sensation Nook because he put together the trip. And they had been talking about the trip, and I'm like, dang, I want to go to Usha. That sound really cool.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know if it's time. At this time, I'm transitioning also. Didn't know I was going to be, but transitioning to L.A. and et cetera. It's a lot of things going on. So I'm like, I don't know if I should be prioritizing going on this trip. Somebody end up blessing me with $250 to go towards the trip. And then Kennedy, shout out to Kennedy, she was like, the Most High I feel like he want me to give you the rest for you to be able to go. So I got to put up some of my bread plus that bread, and that's what funded me to go on the trip and was like, nah, you supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I even questioned that. I questioned all of it. But every time I questioned it, the answer still came back valid. Like, nah, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
We were just talking about that, putting the faith to the test so you can
Facts.
know what's true.
Every time. Every time, bro. And it was battle tested, and it was what it was. And
We in battle time.
that's what make it even more incredible to me as being the person. Like, I'm in this vessel, but I'm like, I'm on the ride too. And I'm like, dang, bro, look at the way this stuff be lining up. When you really out the way, like you really just listening and using the discernment to follow the Most High. This is what you
can hear
what
the
you
voice
get.
clearer and clearer. The more you clear your vessel, especially with
Exactly.
the diet.
Cleanse.
Get somewhere and sit down.
And you in battle time for real. I mean, why do you think they would, move on Dr. Sebi the way they did? You know what I'm saying? Or try to shut down, even when Nipsey was, really bringing that out.
No, it did.
It has to be so important to the hijack what we eat. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be, everything has to be in that spell. I was just talking to the owner of the studio, Mikael, about that. Like, the spell is in that meat. You know what I'm saying? The spell is in, like, the alcohol, the spirits. You know what I mean? Different thing.
Indeed.
Your brand, would you say that you are seeing clear the vision, of yourself, and as your brand, is it one thing? Do you keep them kind of separate?
I have been keeping things compartmentalized and separate for the time being until I got that next calling from the Most High that it wasn't like that it was time. Which I had said a while ago that it would be around the time of the ending of the first quarter, beginning of second quarter, which is now. And it's showcasing itself, which is why even me being, like I said, here right now was a big deal because everything is truly coming full circle. So, like, up until this point, I've, like I said, ducked off, purposeful mission, straight on that. Me doing that for those 6 months allowed me to carry and push things forward up until even now, which is about to be 5 months into this year. And then now the things that was on hold or this and this, like 2 weeks ago, I had, for the first time in a minute, I got hit up to sew some pants for a dude he was doing something at Coachella. So I was like, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
It's time.
This is things they tell me
telling you,
when it's time. Like, I bet. Got on the saddle, whipped them up. Like, yeah, we like riding a bike. We remember this easy. You know what I'm saying? That's why we wasn't tripping on letting things go because they don't. I call it the no hands method. When I do my hands like this, what stays in orbit and still belong to me. That's a part of the cleansing too. Because if I do this and certain things move and they go, then cool. I need to work with the tools that stay. You know what I mean? And I work with those well enough. Even the things that thought it left, it come back because all of it is still a part of the journey, right? So, when it come to that, like music, I could tell that's about to come in.
I was gonna ask you about that next.
Yeah, I got a role in Planet Health. Like, it was already a part of my life, so it's already within the music. The story has been being told along the way. So I call it that last chapter in this last year was a lot of character development and bringing pieces to the puzzle that I didn't foresee at all, but gives it the purpose, the life even more purpose, the music even more purpose, the fashion even more purpose. Like, everything has even more purpose than it did before. which is why the Most High is starting to bring it back, because now it's about the purpose is about to show itself, especially with music, you know.
Yeah, you mentioned the fashion. Are you planning on putting the fashion shows right there in Compton, man? For the Compton Nights, man.
Nah, we're gonna have to. I'm looking forward to soon starting on my next collection. Like Planet Health became like that Planet Health is the Most High has his hands on that so much, and had called me to help steward that space so much to where like everything had to hold up real quick because of what it needed, especially after Ro being the engine himself, and then that engine being taken out of the space. That space was calling for, it needed another engine. So now I became the engine for that space, and I have to. I couldn't be doing too much, especially at that time.
Yes, sir.
For that space to survive and keep going, and now with creating more of a team and a staff, the Most High is good at what he do. I'm gonna just say that. Like everything is on time, and he lines it up. As long as you don't try to step before him, it'll be cool. But if I was to try to do too much at once, the chain would have broke, and it would have been really, really hectic. But now it's time. So being able to start working on fashion soon, I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? And bringing that fashion to places like Compton, and bringing that out here and really to where the people are. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what they know you for, especially on IG and everywhere, man. That your brand, your website.
Facts. They been
definitely want to get on the website.
They've been wondering like where he go, you know. And then I popped up real quick, and they're like, "Oh, there you go." Now I was
and
like,
then you emerge. You know what I'm saying? That's just health, you know, scientists in Compton. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure. Which I really appreciate the Most High for allowing me to live this type of life, man. Cause that's the life for me. I don't want to be on socials and stuff all the time. Anyway, I like when I get to dip away and get stronger and get better, and then come back. And in these days, people don't think that they could take a break or dive in away for a break. Let me be specific, from social medias when they're on to a plan. Right. So to be a part of the Most High's mission and him utilizing me to showcase, like, nah, you literally can leave this and be with the Most High and come back and still be relevant, still be winning, and still be hot, still be whatever.
Hold on too tight.
You don't have to stay like
that. Be addicted to the yada yada.
Nah,
yada yada.
That's yada yada is a mother.
That's not what's in control. You know what I mean? For sure.
So what's your formula for keeping that balance? That's what I wanted to really mean. This is the gold. If y'all ain't tuning in nothing, I need y'all to take notes. You know, just in terms of like, how does RKJ wake up? You know what I'm saying? A typical meal, you know, functionality, and how do you weigh the multitasking, you know, and keep your vision, spirituality, everything flowing.
Balance.
I need the formula.
I think, like I said, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Cause it's like literally what we preach. It's the Most High of everything, right? Like when I get up, I'm not thinking about me. Like low key, like I'm getting up and just prepare for whatever is about to come to my plate. Like half the time when I get up, I'm getting a call because it's, hey, we need this or this going on or whatever. So RJ is not as present to even get an answer. Like I said, it's really 80% of the time, like the Most High is operating the ship, and I'm listening, like dead ass, just listening and following that inclination. Like I end up fasting for about a month and a half before my origin day and my day of birth, and that wasn't something I was really looking to do, but it just happened. I went with it and was like, this makes sense. Like even getting ready to go into a new chapter, you need to cleanse anyway, so it makes sense. But I be so into what I'm doing that I don't be knowing that the next thing that's about to happen until it start happening. Then I pick up on it and be like, oh nah, this makes sense. Let me now, I can coexist and start doing my part to help it happen. But the chapters the next page be turning by itself. Like I don't.
You said that the baby started tuning in, you know, the frequency, like the next chapter.
Nah, it
next
started
episode
turning by
is
itself. Bro.
Always being reborn.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Like,
You feel like that? Like this is a rebirth?
Oh, right now?
This checkpoint?
For sure. Like, for sure. Like I
It's
said,
dragging.
me being right here right now is a testament to that, bro. Like, I didn't have to. I had to learn too. Like, when it come to what we doing with the nation and everything of this, I had to find my balance within that. I did, and the finding of the balance was to let go of expectations to try to be everywhere at one time. Because although I'm a vessel and an instrument of the Most High, I am still not the Most High. So like spiritually, I could be present, and y'all, and it's for those that surround me to know, like, bro, I'm RJ and I'm forever with y'all. Like, whether I'm physically there or talking every day, I still keep the same code, still run the same mission. Like, it don't change. Like, even though I don't even know how long it's been since I've seen you, because I really don't care, because it's still the same. Like, when everything we discuss is still gonna be that. You feel me? So the journey that I'm on,
plans is in the workings.
like, bro, I'm walking on that same time continuum all the time. When this is happening for it, bro, if you come in the middle, you're gonna see me right there every time. Like, straight up. So I don't know. I did have to find that balance with stuff like that. It's like, all right, not feeling guilty and diving all the way in with the Most High versus trying to hold on over here and be like, nah, let me dive all the way in. So by the time I make my way back for this rebirth and y'all, and I'm here, I'm an improved version than the last time I was doing the podcast and doing all, like, I'm advanced, you know, different, but the same individual, same vessel, but the intellect in my relationship with the Most High is something that can be spoken on and felt, because it's just authentically what it is.
Witness.
I'm witnessing it. I'm living it every day. Like, truthfully, my life is really not mine, for real, for real. That ain't not something I'm just saying. Like, that's just really what it is. Yeah.
It's all happening. They say light is a wave. They say, is light a wave or a particle? You know what I'm saying? And when we talk about the wave and all this connection, it's not really mine. I'm just surfing this thing. I'm just a part of the whole. We're all connected. It's just an illusion of any seclusion between me and you. It's just illusion.
An
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Just being grateful and being like, all right, how can
So
I
your
steward?
code is my code. When you're up, I'm up. You know what I mean?
Facts. And it's to know that, like, man, straight up with me, like, if we locked in, man, and if we side by side, we gonna ride. If you behind me, know that I got you. If you in front of me, God bless you. That's just like
crystallized.
for real. And if you in front of me, that mean you in front of the Most High. So I pray for you, and I advise you to just get out the way, for real, cause we coming.
So you have any you have any planned events coming up at the spot? What y'all got going on?
So this is gonna be an interesting thing, right? So it's a lot of events that want to take place, and we've been doing karaoke once a month. We've been doing the open mic once a month, and like I have even more things lined up. But right now, there's an interesting chapter that's happening within, just because of one of the things right before road transition, I told him about irrevocable living trust, and I was looking into it, getting ready to create one, and etc. And he was like, "Dang, I need to do that," and he didn't get to, because that was about, like I said, that was right before the transition. Because of a lot of those things and the paperwork, which is important, because that's how they got the Nagas in the first place. Paperwork.
That's what I'm dealing with right now.
Indeed.
Paperwork.
Indeed. And I'm in the middle of those things, because there was a company that was on the paperwork with him that they're trying to claim certain things. So right now, this is all exclusive, obviously, but like when it comes to Planet Health, there was a note that was put on the gate like 2 weeks ago that was saying if a certain amount wasn't paid by the 9th of next month, that it would be basically put into
a lien, auction.
Auction, like people can bid on it and
Right.
get the space
Wow.
or whatever. I talked to the dude, the Hispanic dude that was, his company was on there with Ro. He's holding on and like not moving forward. And I told him like, what? Okay, I put up the 121,000 to keep it from even having to go that route, and all I'm asking for is the paperwork to be like
Give me
updated
give me the
and
paper.
put me in the position that I've been doing this entire time.
Right,
Just put me in that position, and everything will be smooth. He didn't really want to do that. He was weird on that. So right now I'm in this place of, once I seen that my hands was tied and everybody else too, I knew that this had to be bigger than me, and I had to give it to the Most High, and I made peace with that. That's the peace and stuff that I made within the last couple days of understanding. So even right now, I still praise the Most High and everything because I know He got it. So like in my time of waiting, right, this is what we doing. So to answer your question, it's so many great events that are looking to be, from artist showcases to wellness events to sound bowl experiences, meditation, breathing things, to helping people that went through the foster program to cut that cycle off from when they have children,
The
to
incarceration stuff with Camilla.
Yep, with Camilla teaching the kids and bringing kids in and really helping them move forward. I mean, music, fashion, it's so many
tap
things
in.
of why the community tells you what it needs, and we have the means and the place to give it. From a dance studio, like we just sent somebody off to prom there yesterday. It's so many things.
Just need
But
somewhere to do it.
now we just allowing the
Space
Most High to
opportunity.
do what He doing to cleanse what was there before.
Right. Get the stumbling blocks out the way.
Indeed. So then we could continue to do what we doing. So that's where we at right now. That's where we at right
I mean,
now.
that must be a challenge to get this project and still have to deal with those prior attachments and try to sift through,
Man,
you
it's
know,
crazy.
things that you weren't, you know, privy to necessarily.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But like nothing. It's crazy, but not too crazy. I think it's crazy because I get to always see like, dang, look at humanity. This is how humanity operates, and like how
Paperwork.
people
Humans.
grieve or
Paperwork.
people that how they deal with situations.
Pimp with the paperwork, guys. I mean,
Man.
I do want to hone in, you know, with the paperwork process that he's speaking of. You know, they're getting us with these probate processes, with these wills. Now, wills have been outdated. It's trust now. So even if you have a will is not even, doesn't hold
It's not
very
gonna
much
protect-
weight
it's not gonna protect your
it has to be
assets.
validated. So then there's this,
And
you
it's
know, the
taxable
idea
still,
of
right?
trust and things. But so yeah, these are issues that we need to speak on, and you know that we aim to bring out again through the sweet miracles.
Nah, y'all,
through
Facts.
y'all remember
Facts.
when
through
on
these
Instagram
things.
when all the videos was dropping, and everybody was like when the trust, when people, this is how rich people have been doing it this whole time. Like it's like, dang, that's how they've been doing it this whole time.
This whole
Right,
time.
but they've been robbing us with the wills. Oh, they didn't have a will. And they know without the will they can automatically send the estate into probate, which is the state. So now you got to figure out, well, what's probate? How do I get? Where's these probate lawyers? Like now you gotta. It's always gonna be something that's gonna keep preventing us from.
To get you further and further away from the thing that you was trying to do in the
Once
first
you
place.
understand
for
their
sure.
system, they throw something else in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
That's wild.
yeah, it's
What is that trust you mentioned? Just, you know what I'm saying, for my niggas taking notes on the formula.
Gotcha.
Irrevocable trust.
So that's just like a higher level of a regular trust, which is a place where if you have assets such as your homes or business, just like certain properties and things that you really want to really tuck
Protect.
away and protect.
Like land.
Land,
Sure,
like
You
put that
should
in
have
irrevocable
that,
we
trust.
have,
Yes.
yeah. So Utah, etc.
Right, all
Like
of
I
that
need to get the
stuff.
drop.
Life insurance
Yeah.
policies.
yeah, all of that will go.
And
Sure,
then
your
you can have the payout
Oh, those are
go
in the
back
trust, too.
into the
All-
trust.
anything,
You-
everything.
We gotta break it down.
Hey, that's
Nah,
what
facts.
we doing.
Nah,
So
facts.
yeah, they're saying like, once you get the life insurance, you make the beneficiary the trust.
Trust.
So now
Exactly.
everybody in your family has a life insurance policy that's gonna feed back into the trust, and then you make the only people that can access the trust the family, or whoever is eligible to deal with the funds and delegate.
It's the latest paperwork that they got on us. So.
And then too, like being able to, like, treaty. Say if you get a place, also where you set it up at is very important. Like Georgia, they go by a lot of codes, and adopt all the codes when it comes, and that's codes as in UCC codes. Right. So certain places like Texas, they don't abide by all the UCC codes and things of that nature. But if I do my irrevocable trust and set that up in Georgia, then no matter where I'm at, they gotta abide by those codes from that state. Right. So now,
the more strict, probably the better
so
protected
better than
you
Georgia.
Nah, Georgia is better than Texas because they
of the restrictions.
There's less restrictions in Georgia.
You want the more restrictions.
So you want more restrictions.
So keep the codes.
When it comes to
you want more codes.
When it comes to let me break it down. So when it comes to the codes that's on your side and to protect you, they have more of that in Georgia. So when it comes to like the openness on that side, I mean as the person that's doing it, but the closed offness of what the other side of the opposition or the opposing person to try to dig into your stuff or get and infiltrate, they can't have that because it's way more protected. It's like, nah, we abide by these over here. So I get that, and somewhere else y'all could do it, but not over here because they protected by this, and this, and this. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Do you know somebody that does that? Do you do this, or how do you get your understanding of it?
Shoot, I was diving like the most I led me to that, and I was diving super deep into the UCC filing and things of that nature because I was looking at even securing a mansion or two by doing the UCC filing, right. But I needed to understand it. So me, one other person, Shaki, and Kennedy, we started really diving into the codes and figuring it out. So right before road transition, that's literally what I was on. But then I had to kind of get off of that for a second so I could step into everything else. But literally, he was allowing me to, like, it's like, I already know what you're working on, bro. Go ahead and handle that.
You know, he had to put you through this, so now you have clarity when you go back to this. You know,
I even have something to put it.
Right, I know why I got to do this. I already know.
Pokemon. I'm throwing the master ball to capture this thing, and then I'm putting it in this trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I ain't know I was gonna have this. Let me get this and put this in this trust.
Right, and that's anything you deem valuable, from books to family heirlooms. It's you building up your family's legacy.
Facts.
And protecting it.
Businesses, LLCs,
everything.
All that.
Yeah, okay. All
we
right.
process it.
Right.
Look, you can tell.
We process it. It's not just me. We process it.
No, man, you gotta sit on that one. Sit on that.
Now, with bad credit, that helps someone that says, all right, my personal credit is this and this, but with the UCC, does that affect? Like, can they use that to kind of, if they want to buy a house or,
So, yeah, the UCC filing, when done correctly, it could for sure help bypass some of those things because, like, I ain't even expect.
About to say, okay, you don't need it because you got your business ready.
Hey, that's the Patreon talk right there.
Patreon.
See, we go. I told Shaki and I told Kennedy that we'll get this pretty much mastered and then create a little black book that's only accessible to who it's accessible to because this is not information. We're not looking to entirely break the system right off. We need to do it.
We need to work
in a certain way.
Generationally.
We got some resources that we definitely need to bring together because, I got some folks that...
This is money drop.
For sure.
This is wealth drop 101.
Because them commercial codes, you start looking at your bills and you look at the very bottom, you'll see these codes right there, and you don't know what they are. You just bypassing them, but they actually mean something. And
like the ingredients on your food.
Facts. And I, just throwing certain bones out there and things of that nature, just for due diligence for those that do want to pick it up and run with it. For each of those codes, there are coupons, is what we would call it, right? Just like if you go to a store, you have coupons that'll counteract those codes that's at the bottom of your stuff. And really, when it comes to like bills and things of that nature, like you really not supposed to be paying that.
Taxes.
There's money that's set aside for you to utilize and wield for that to be paid, but you got to understand how to access that. Everybody knows about how, like, when you're born and your birth certificate, those are well-known things, but it's diving a little bit deeper into accessing that and how to wield that and how to even utilize the stamps and the stamp system that they have, which is very out in the open, but they don't even use stamps and stuff
Like forever
like that
stamps?
no more. Like at the
Post
post
office.
office. Each stamp has a certain money value that you put certain stamps on this paper and send it out there, and that's paying for your stuff versus you using debt notes,
insurance and all of this other stuff. And I think what happens is, you know, a lot of us may have some of this information, but then you have this whole, when you start getting into the boards and this, you know, the paperwork, and there's a lot of conflating stuff out there, so it's hard to kind of navigate through. Yes, some of this stuff we do have to have an understanding of it, but some of this stuff is out there to make sure you don't have an understanding of. Like, it's like they're using the information against you to keep you from realizing you need the information type stuff. So definitely we should have more conversations. I agree on these things.
Popping off.
Hey, drop it in the comment section, man. Y'all know.
Y'all let us know if y'all know something, man.
Tap in what you know. Who anybody know?
I want to get your opinion on some of these IG clips that we got.
Okay,
you know,
let's do it.
We call it social scrolls, and we got about 4 of them, like 1 minute clips.
Chilling with us the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, at least for one more segment.
If I gotta go after that, I'll go.
Yeah, let's throw one down. Oh yeah, then what is time? I got that poem already queued.
Yeah,
I knew he was gonna say that.
Time? Tell me what it is.
What is time?
I can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, man.
All right, and then and then we're gonna get that My track right after that, man. Got a new track from My.
Okay. Tap in.
Let it all happen. Okay, we're gonna start with the Dragon Fox.
That's what we talking about.
Look at the dodge the hijack. What am I looking at? What is that? That look like a picture of the Earth moon.
Is that Earth moon?
They trying to go. It look like the moon landing video.
Is that the ball?
What is this? That look like some ISS shit.
And this is from
says
CNN, guys. That's a CNN.
That might be about the transition.
Yeah,
NASA TV up at the top right. That must be the.
Y'all know me in this.
Go ahead,
Oh, so wait, that's the moon, not the Earth?
I think.
Wait, what's happening?
I think it's about to go into the next video. I think there's.
The first time ever, scientists are unveiling a 240 million year old dragon in its entirety. The National Museums of Scotland announced on Friday 5-meter-long reptile from the Triassic period. The first time ever, scientists are unveiling a 240 million year old dragon in its entirety. The National Museums of Scotland announced on Friday 5-meter-long reptile from the Triassic period was first identified in China in 2003. But newly discovered fossils allowed the international team to depict the entire creature.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Especially on CNN. That's a
Just
CNN.
to say this is a dragon is just crazy.
No, that's cool.
240 million years ago.
Yeah.
And like, what kind of years are these? Like, are these light years or are these like human? You know how humans and dogs got different measures of years.
Yeah, whose time is
what 240 million dragon years? Like, what's it like? Come on.
I think it's cool that they just saying the words and
Shout
Just
out.
throwing it out there.
It's it's just becoming more and more prevalent.
what it
Like
is.
it's coming, everything coming to the surface, which is a good thing.
That's what we need.
I think it just further solidifies the Drop Nation and what it's been discussing and et cetera. Like I think it's just full circle moments, which is cool because if you keep going, you go long enough when it's time. It line up and they be like, see, the whole time they was right. They was telling us the whole time. I remember.
And it's almost like they're setting us up for this UFO or alien invasion.
To be like, hey, everything y'all talking about is true.
Yeah, now we
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
run
yeah.
away.
Yeah, no,
Y'all
for
know they
real.
got a
That's
patent
opposite
for the
effect.
black sun. Y'all saw the patent for the black sun.
Nah, that's crazy.
I forgot to ask you about the eclipse, man. How did you take in that energy?
I was in my room resting.
My dear.
Hey, straight up, like I didn't even. I missed the whole thing for real. I was just doing my own thing.
I was out
It's
there
all
with the
done.
questioning eyes. The
Yeah.
question is, I want to see what are y'all talking
What'd you see?
about?
What'd you
What's
see?
going on?
Y'all was in totality.
Oh yeah, because we was right there in the spot.
At the spot to be.
They
Yeah.
had people driving from out here to go to
get
Texas
there.
just,
Yeah,
to, just
so
for
of course
30,
I
for
want to
30
witness
minutes.
it was exactly how they said it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Miraculously so.
Yeah.
Soon
It's not
as
like
it
the
went
weather.
dark, you could see the stars behind it. It's like the stuff that they were able to predict down to the very minute. Oh, it was like,
Dang,
But it
they've
did
been
happen.
tracking it.
We did go from light to dark, all of those things. So,
Man.
Nah, that's dope. Yeah,
And
I
there
was,
was a dragon sighting. I don't know if y'all saw the
Night.
in Arlington, they had a dragon flying around out there. Some of them videos that's well, and I was in Mansfield. Mansfield and Arlington are connected to each other. So and,
Dragons
and,
are real. It changes everything.
and
That's all I'm
also, I will say, I went
Change
live. So I
everything.
went live during the eclipse. For one, most of they couldn't even see. They had my channel blocked for it. And then when they did post the live, it was 7 seconds shorter than it should have been. So I'm like,
trimming it up.
what's the 7 seconds that you took out? Is it a continuous 7 seconds? Is it 2 seconds here, 3 seconds? Like, what would you take out my video? I have no idea.
Project C.
And
All right,
I
we
was
gonna get to the
pointing
next
right at the sun. So, hey.
Clip 2.
Mm.
All right. What's
A
going
bug.
Rampage Jackson. All right.
Let's
Shout out
go
to Rampage.
Shallow. Wow.
Shout.
You don't think sun's real?
No. Sun is real. The sun and the moon is real.
Okay.
But outer space is not.
Why are they
Okay.
selling us on round?
Because, they selling you on space as well. That's why you thinking like that, because you thinking outer space and all those other planets and
Are
stuff like
real?
that.
Then what is it? What are we
It's
doing?
water. Over the firmament is water.
Over the firmament and stuff. We're in the ocean right now?
We under the firmament, under the dome, and there's water over the firmament. Says it in the Bible. The outer space there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as outer space.
No, and that's the whole thing that got you tricked and why you think the other planets and stuff. The planets are wandering stars that you think about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars stuff is all...
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
they're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah. Why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now though?
Yeah.
How they gonna go to Mars?
The whole thing is like we never went back to the moon, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Imagine we live on a flat fucking world. All this time we thought we lived on a round planet, huh? We have no fucking evidence to believe that we're on a round planet, only by people telling us. But we really don't know who we are, where we came from, who the fuck is our purpose here.
I'm
huh?
not gonna go
Say
for
it
that.
again.
You're not gonna tell me that on a round planet, though.
How do you know that? You never been out of space, nigga. Go ahead, what you say?
for real.
That's what they tell you. How you know it's flat? You never been out of space. Well, how you know it's round? You never been out of space. Let's use our senses.
Nah, I was just talking about the firmament right before I came up here for real. I was just having that discussion just because we was talking about the different tiers of heaven and things of that nature, and this being ground zero, and obviously the firmament being the separation and things of that nature. So I don't know. It's crazy because at this point things just are what they are. I don't even be fighting nobody about the different
That's what
things,
they
bro.
ask
Like
them,
we've been
why
on
is
this
it
for too
important?
long.
Oh, it's it's important more than you want to say it is, because this
It's a lot of
this
reasons.
is their seance.
So
Science.
The cool thing is, like, bro, we so close to the truth being revealed that you ain't even gotta.
They
you ain't
already
gotta
saying
fight
dragon.
no more.
Already been revealed.
They saying dragon. Yeah, if we got it, that means it's revealed.
Nah, but I'm saying,
To
like,
everybody.
it's different when we reveal it and the Most High reveal it. We know
Nah,
that.
for real.
Like, he could do it way better than what we could
Open
do.
everybody's
So,
minds to
Everybody is
receive
being
it. That should
used
be
to
crazy.
Prepare somebody for hearing the truth.
indeed.
Which is gonna bring us to this. I think it's the next clip on the Antarctica volcano raining gold.
Oof.
Oh, I saw that. Oh,
They
yeah.
were saying it's like a monatomic type gold that's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
like kind of get you out this spell barrier a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I be.
Gold in the air.
You know, the gold water, 19 Keys got this gold water.
I heard about
I be
Shout out to
taking
19
that
Keys.
gold water. and
Colloidal?
It sound like that.
Some colloidal gold
Like
water.
it's in this little bottle. You just get some little droplets, and he was just saying this gold that's basically, it reminded me of the same type of gold, because gold is for that anyway.
Electricity boost.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
okay, now y'all know they got the red dust that they be saying come from the coast of Africa every so often. Why do y'all think that gold dust is actually spreading around somewhere?
I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I say if the volcano's spitting it, if the volcano's spitting it out,
these
we
other
getting it.
Hey,
Yeah.
The volcanoes be working, man.
But
It's
that
like,
goes with this. I think the same dude that was talking about the what was it? The Antarctica. The waves that are coming out of Antarctica is like some unexplained anomaly. 85-foot waves continuously coming out of Antarctica, and it's like a blob. You gotta check out that dude, Night God 333.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
oh, yeah.
But I'm saying, you know, you got
Shout out
volcanoes
to
popping off, you got frequency getting pushed out, and then we got Tarazant, you know, then we got what it was before it was frozen over, you know,
Promised land.
like a preserved land just for the night, you know what I'm saying, connected right there to Chile, you know what I mean, all warm. It's called Terra Fuego, you know, so we got so much land. We fighting over it.
Ring of fire.
That's why I'm like,
We fight over
Land
nothing.
is
Yeah,
like-
like most guys say, y'all ain't got to fight for this. I'm
Hey,
got so much
sit
land,
back
boss.
and relax.
You take a continent.
that's it.
All right, we got Marcel, number 3.
Antarctica.
Oh, is this it? I think this is another one, but go ahead. You got it.
yeah, I like this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You posted this today, didn't you? Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, I like that.
Say the weird thing. People are desperately seeking realness.
I was quite surprised to see you use the word Aborigines talking about African Americans.
You know, I've dealt with that issue.
The Aborigines of these lands, now known today as America, were made slaves when the invading colonials arrived. But through the funding of the church, manifesting as Spain, Britain, and France, these colonials devised a plan in conquering the rest of the Americas. Spain knew of these lands before Columbus. They had struck treaties, or in other words, paid off or forced the indigenous leaders to give up their lands. The history books don't teach about these remaining empires in America during the 18th century. This plan was really a plan to wipe out the remaining threat of Aborigines and to create a false identity by shipping many blacks to Africa to create this society off the coast of Africa. They made up the lie of the Civil War in order to make you believe that they fought for black people's freedoms. The many abolitionists who developed during this period were said to be against slavery, but this is just a setup. It's like philanthropy. They wanted to make themselves seem like the redeemers, when all they did was completely brainwash and replace the sense of self with a foreign entity. Thomas Jefferson did reply to this plan by Anne Mifflin and said that this would be the most desirable measure in which could be adopted for gradually drawing off the black
population.
Y'all know I be popping off on
I think that
Thomas
was it.
Jefferson. Y'all know that's my nemesis.
I'm gonna let RKJ, you know, what do you
Yeah.
think, man? Social scroll.
Man, it's just honestly, it's like the same stuff we've been talking about,
Right,
even
same.
just being Aboriginals and things of that nature. And I feel like I said, to me, everything that we had discussed years back is just continuously showing itself. Even how that it was like not too long ago, I seen some people talking about I don't even know where it was, but somewhere in England around that area, they opened up the churches for the first time to show people, and it was
Russia.
It was Nagas,
Russia, yeah.
that was on there and etc. So it's like sometimes somebody asked me what I feel, I was like, we already knew this. Like, I mean, like, to me, wholeheartedly, everything that we discussed, I'm like, we know this. So I just enjoy. I be like, it's good for y'all to see it. I'm very far removed though at the same time from society and things of that nature. So when I see these things happening, I'm just like, all right, it's just an inclination or an indication that it's about to be time. Like, because when this is just the beginning, and if this is the beginning, then more things continue to unfold, and when people do start freaking out or wondering which way to go and etc., I think this whole preparation period is for us to be able to lead and be good leaders. So like, because this was at the battleship, I don't even know. My time is different. It's like at least 5, 6, 7 years ago that these things was being discussed and reading the Torah and going over all of this. So we good and baked in. So while they still gathering the pieces, we'll already be maneuvering. And that's where,
to me, it's hitting different.
Yeah.
Because I know, right? But even in me, for it to be true, wakes up something else in you. You're like, oh, okay, hold up, man. Where's my things? You know what I'm saying? Where's my goal? Like, you really start popping off. So
Vision is looking
my
different.
dad's wallet?
Yeah, it's like it's one thing to read about it, teach about it, you know, but then when you start becoming that, for real, and you are Tecumseh, you are this is your land, you're like, hold up, man, time out to the Matrix, man. I gotta wake up, you know, I gotta.
And I would say
everything gotta be different.
Even to that, it's like, things will be different, but you just gotta keep striding, right? Because it's like I said, the Cape Ben Bates. Like, you don't have to wonder, and you don't have to pour into, just like you don't have to pour into worry, right? You don't have to pour into wondering, because either way, if you pouring into worrying, now you worshiping worrying. And instead of worshiping the Most High, it's just the same thing with wondering. I really don't have any energy or capacity within my vessel to be worried or wondering, because I already know at the end of the day I'm gonna find out, and that's just how though. That's what sticking to the Most High. Because if He know everything, then I ain't gotta know nothing, just because until He want me to. So that's why I say, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all already doing it. That's the highest you can do. You already, you ain't even gotta look to your left or right. You just already walking forward, and it's naturally. You do your hand like this. Before you know it, it's gonna be something just like. You like, dang, when I get this, it's crazy that this belong to me. Like, and it might be right before you swing on something, you know, like right before you doing the action, you like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but and then on your way down, you like, and you looking cool as hell, but you just as surprised on some like, you
that's
know,
what
like,
that gold too was talking about, how it unravels the double helix DNA and it connects to that junk DNA.
Indeed.
That they say is junk. 98% of our DNA, they call it junk. 98% of our DNA.
Crazy. Shout out to CMOS, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Nah, for real.
Pop off,
CMOS, Rape, you know, all those things.
Plant medicine, man.
Yeah,
the plants are the medicine.
Plants are the medicine.
Yeah, because we already cleansing and we already doing it. So when everybody, like I said, when they start doing it, like, we got years ahead. That's like, we blessed for real. Like, we really own that. So when it comes down to the things being divvied up and stuff like that, we already have access and ready to receive. Other people got to get ready, and those are two different spaces.
That's Jacob's trouble, right? Because they ain't saw it coming. They ain't even tried to wake up.
So what they got to do is they got to look to you. They got to look at the old drop videos. They got to
come home.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to. It ain't that's the beauty in
That's
it.
why we say repetition breaks the spell, because just like you say, it's 2016 drop, but right now is the time.
It's the time.
And now I can say it with more confidence than I could back then.
Exactly.
Because I feel this shit.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
Also,
we got one more, Markel?
Before you move on, Thomas Jefferson, again, we have to...
Hey, go get him.
Well, we have to start dealing with their history. So this is the colonial history. When you're talking about the 13 colonies and Virginia, Monticello is over here in Virginia. This is where their Plymouth story comes from. This is these areas, and Thomas Jefferson is dealing with what he is calling the lost tribes of Israel when he's dealing with these graves that's in the ground up there in this area. So, this is part of the history that we need to be rocking out. And this is a colonial.
And all of it is in India Superior. You know what I mean? You still got that British Museum, one you had up earlier for the British Museum?
And West India, the West Indies, again, what our understanding is of the West Indies, it's not just the islands down there. It actually runs up the east coast of America as well, up to probably Virginia, or up in those areas were considered the East Indies or the West Indies. So when Christopher Columbus is in the West Indies, he's dealing with the entirety of what we're calling America now, which we know is, the India Superior, depending on what time
Canada down to the Chile. Tip of Chile is all America.
So you are the Indians in India Superior.
And I try to make that clear because sometimes my Jamaican family, we be talking about something, I guess, U.S. related, you know what I mean? And, they'll be like, oh, no, I said something, remember that Godfrey clip? And he was saying how American culture is like the most copied in envy culture in Africa. A lot of times, they're copying different things. They're like, nah, man, they copied Jamaican culture because they did it. I'm like, when I say Americans, I'm including Jamaican. I'm saying the American. Like, all this is...
I don't know. It's so interesting. I be finding that,
I include my Jamaican kind.
So ready to be combative. And then, I'm like, bro, you ain't even who I'm aiming at. So I don't...
They want to be the victim.
It's okay. Like, even if that's what it is, then bet. So let's take that and look that way, because that's really, at the end of the day, what I'm talking about. I feel that.
I forgot what sparked the me wanting to say this, but just a reminder, like, we should be eating like babies.
Yeah,
we should be eating. If you can't feed it to your baby, you probably shouldn't be eating it.
Well, I mean, folks feeding stuff to their
babies. They are, but I'm just saying your newborn baby it doesn't need a steak. You know what I'm saying? It probably doesn't need that. Let's blend up some veggies.
Milk to everybody.
Hey, get that milk in that coconut milk. There's some plant milk. You ain't got to drink no mammal milk, but I'm just talking.
Nah, that's true though. Like my homie, like all my homies, for some reason they having children and things of that nature. But like, I know. I'm saying, hey, I'm proud of them because they doing it before me. But what I noticed is like a lot of the food is very much so no additives and preservatives and things of that nature. It's not until they get to a certain age where you start seeing that in their food. So they make sure that you're at the beginning your crop is really good, and then after that like you on your own. It just get real ghetto. Sure. Like it's like
vending machines and
candy stuff. When I used to feed them, I used to eat the baby food.
Yeah, I always taste it.
The plums and the tapioca, y'all, come on,
bro. The pears be blended. The purees be going crazy. The peas, the carrots.
Basically like it's vegan plant-based living until you introduce to the chart.
You eat it coming in, you eat it going out, because essentially as you get older, you start having to give them
because of complications. They're like, well, the beginning and the end, we got you in the middle.
Hey, what you do in the middle is up to you.
Oh man, what you do in the middle determines if we got to put you on that at the end.
Make good choices.
Nah, for real. Humanity, man. I be just looking and I be like, this is a very interesting experience just to be able to witness and see, like, bro, look how humanity maneuvers, and it's a machine. You get to see it. You get to pay attention to it.
Yeah,
To have
Speaking
be
of
looking.
witness, I see portals. What's going on?
Oh yeah, it's the last clip, man, for RJ. I'm just, having a noodle bacon moment with RKJ.
Look, by the time they come back.
Has anybody talked to you about Wilkes Land?
What I've heard that it's a portal. Portal takes you from one structure to another or to a vessel outside our atmosphere. Like an invisible elevator. This particular portal was underground, inside a structure.
What did it look like?
It had a frame, had hieroglyphics, whatever the meanings were, we still don't know. But the structure or the frame of this portal acted like a wormhole from point A to point B, a moon pool.
A moon pool.
The description I've been told looks just exactly like a moon pool.
Okay, what is a moon pool?
A moon pool, say it's in a submarine that's very deep. You've got a hatch in the floor that is open to the sea. Water does not come in and flood the vessel. The ambient pressure keeps that water, but you can enter the water and ascend from it through this moon pool.
And so, do you mean that, using the word moon pool, that you're saying that there's something that's vertical that looks like a moon pool?
It looks like you're walking into the water, but it's not water.
No, it makes sense. Like,
what it do?
It makes sense.
What say you, RJ?
Bro, they have shown us that it's water within water. So if it's lakes within the ocean, then it only makes sense that this is possible as well. And like, I don't know, I watch a lot of. They put, movies, they put it all in the open anyway. When it comes to Godzilla, King Kong, any Marvel, any action hero type situations, like they always putting it right there. Transformers, etc. I pay attention to that. So they've been showing us portals. They've been prepping the mind and stuff for it. I'm more interested now. Like, all right, so we're finding out more about these portals. I'm wondering, when do the exploration of the people outside of the ones that have been controlling them, when does that take place for us to really truly see what's what? And like you said, King Kong and all of that, they point blank right there started discussing him going home within a hollow earth, and then they went through and then the whole situation, he ended up finding more of his people there and all type of things of that nature. It was a false king there, but then it's like, I'm like, bro, I'm like in anticipation at this point, like, all right, we know it's real. Can we come out with like, what's the next? Let me not pay too much attention, because now I'm gonna just be sitting here looking when I need to be preparing, going through my journey. But I think it's very much so, like you were saying, the land of being given and discovered is so much land that we haven't touched. Like, I know we on the Drive Nation, we it's a lot of maps that's been put out from the different realms above and beyond the wall and etc. It's like, I don't know. I'm just anticipating when it all come down.
High technology, high now.
I think it's for sure they have to have some kind of high tech, because if we are on the latter end of all of this and getting the scraps of what once was, then they have to have things that's way more advanced, because by the time they make it to us, it has been messed with and augmented and all type of stuff to make it more livable and all of that anyway, and digestible, even down to cell phones. All of these things had to derive from something. So like, bro,
I look at this, and so there were a couple of years ago, I used to watch the weather, the satellites and stuff move across the the satellites and stuff,
Mhm.
and I've seen that anomaly before, a circle that, and it was around in the Pacific area at the time, around that Japan area, was just it hovered there for like a couple of like weeks type stuff. I was seeing it constantly. So is that an indication, because you could see those those circle anomalies, you can see those? Are they actually telling us at that point
That's where the open portal is?
Something,
Shout out to
open
Night God 333. Go check out his
for
channel
sure.
because he got some crazy
Man,
stuff.
y'all know about the Philadelphia experiment, right?
God.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's old stuff.
That's old.
It's
Like
old.
a literal whole Navy side ship vanished, went into
Gone.
time. It went through a portal, and this is all stuff that's like out there. Like,
right, and
That's
some
on
of the
Loki
stuff is
too, right? The
popping
TV
up.
show
stuff.
Loki.
Man,
Seen that?
that was
Yeah, I seen
incredible.
that as well.
Land of the Lost, Will Ferrell.
It's time.
Yeah.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, bro.
Stand on that.
Well, look, man, I'm gonna get
Land of the Lost.
RKJ flowing like this, man. You know, he's giving up a lot of great, gems and formulas, and took us in a bit of the story. I know it's layers, so we got to get more layers, man. It's gonna be a regular occurrence.
Indeed.
I'm gonna read a little type out of poetry too.
Yeah,
man.
let's do
You know
it.
what I mean?
Let's do it.
To the tribe, and
That's not on the.
then we're gonna come in with some Chef Candy because something smelling good over there. It's some guac in the corner. It's some guac. I smell some things.
Tostada.
Candy gonna drop her recipes after that. We're gonna let RKJ flow with this one, man. What is time? By Aqua Tabeza. Let me get some flutes. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay, I like that. Is time used and returned, or is it simply restarted? Does time rapidly speed up, or is it slowly retarded? Is time tenderly kind to us, or is it hard-hearted? Is time the whole of a pie, or is it equally parted? Does time come to an end, or does it get started? Is time unprotected, or is it heavily guarded? Is time whisked off, or is it carefully carded? Is time slow to travel, or is it swiftly darted? Is time spontaneously drawn, or is it craftily arted? Is time sweet in its existence, or is it bitterly tarted? Is time free to exist, or is it fenced in, yarded? Is time taken for granted, or highly regarded? Is time previously used, or is it freshly discarded? Is time tightly bound, or is it loosely wadded? Is time meticulously dealt, or is it magically carded? Is time actively living, or is it dearly departed? What is time?
That was cold.
Dang.
Just another one.
Man,
Just another one.
what is time? To know time is to be present.
I remember where I was when I wrote that poem. Y'all, I was actually, me and Chris was at a Brian McKnight concert. Probably just out of
Front row.
Pretty much, I'm on my phone typing up.
Like, wow, he has lasted for this long. He must know what time it is. Hey,
God,
nah,
that's
for
the
real.
poem that kind of woke up a nation, kind of, when I
Real
was
talk.
when I wrote
Real
that
talk.
one.
Yeah,
For real.
What is time, anybody? What we got?
It's a way.
I said to know time is to be present.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's
Come on.
a fact.
yeah.
Final drop, RKJ. What you want to leave the tribe with?
Man, I wanna leave with a challenge of how to stay in gratitude, and I just challenge the nation to continuously be thankful for what is versus what's not, and not be anxious for what's to come, but to stay in the present moment. To cherish those that's around you, as well as cleansing yourself every day to be better use as an instrument and to serve, and understanding that you being cleansed and allowing your cup to be filled and pour into others is the best thing that you could ever do, and that's the best preparation for what's to come next. So I just challenge for that to be the case.
RKJ, one
Thank
and
y'all.
only. Texas. Let them know where to find you, my nigga, how to help you, you know what I'm saying? How to reach you.
Man, y'all can find me, Instagram on the socials is Ronald K. Jones. That's just straightforward. Ronald K. Jones. Then y'all can, Planet Health Compton is right there on 546 West Compton Boulevard, the main street, West Compton Boulevard, 546. It's a plaza. It's easy to drive by, but if you look and you see it, it's a whole plaza over there. It's just in the cut. And you can come see us over there. Like I said, as soon as everything is resolved, it's super up. The community be ready to pour and ready to support whatever that may means and however that means and what that looks like to you. Depending on how the warfare continues, it dictate what I need and what Planet Health need and community needs. So, y'all come see us at Instagram or there. The Instagram for Planet Health is Planet Health Compton, straight like that.
Y'all show up and have a meal with RKJ.
Yes, indeed.
That plain neck,
man, come through Planet Health Compton.
Nah, for sure.
Chef Candy definitely got some plant-based Trinidadian rotis and all kind of flows, man. She made some aloo pie with a potato flow in it. The other day, my favorite is like
the other day.
He said, "Why you
saying that?" We're talking in the past. I thought we had to be present.
We definitely gonna connect with that.
Yes, sir.
The water.
In the building.
So I'm gonna just get up and walk away.
Exit stage left.
We on the cut.
All right.
Water bowl. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Check on my brother.
Oh man, that's thank you, gave us everything.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back. For real.
With me. Vibration with me. No power, no power.
crazy, your children, you establish your stronghold. Against your enemies, killing, destroying that kinfolk. We consider your heavens and all of your word. Your fingers, the moon and the stars, we know we're rebirth. Who is Israel? You some mindful of all of them. They be keeping the code, I know you make sure you take care of them. All of the honor and all of the glory. Sitting back, the hate on this shit that we get to you only. But no, he ain't playing, he crushing my enemies. Came up out the spell, ain't no nigga that die for me. Walking on either hijacking, I fade a G. Oh, I got my back and I'm still on the ground with no power before me. No power, no power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power, no power for me. No power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power, no power, no power, no power for me.
Smoke and a line in the vote. They want my energy, just land I restore, but they heart wanting more. I count my frenemies, they walk and they poke, making fun and provoke. I think just get rid of these, most out of remedy. A new word ability, I can obliterate more in your ability. That's why they on mine, this street beef killing me. Kids walking around with mini meal, killing they mini me. That's why I ain't feeling this energy. Only most high be giving me so much be giving me. That's why the hijack want this energy and all this pain. I fight like tendies, put them in a crock pot, whip it up, feed it me. Most high, I pull out, you broke me. Most high, I pull out, you broke me. Most high, I pull out, you broke me. Most high, I pull out.
No power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power, no power for me. No power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power, no power, no power, no power for me.
Living on planes, that planet you planned it. The hijack be thinking you vanished. Low they be tweaking, they don't understand it. It's like we be speaking the same. Wanna mark up your arm with a chip like we branded. We dodging that chip like a mantis. Could be lethal, they sliding in and out like a bandit. Stick to damage. I wake up every day and survive it because you know skinfolk ain't kinfolk, they conquered us first. I see lions and tigers and burial dirt. You know confolk ain't kinfolk, they live in a hearse. I see 432 hertz, they say 440 hertz. So bad that you feel an emotional burn. Your power is lacking, your frequency turn. The spiral is hijacked, forget what you learned. They hijack your spirit, you feel yourself on the run. Trying to help you like give me none, give me. Got the code in your heart, bone, you really already won. Now you must get it done, get it done. Power before the career is number one. No stealing, no killing, your brother, no lurking son. Friend man, shame, we out here for me.
No power, no power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power, no power for me. No power, no power for me. No power, no power, no power, no power, no power, no power for me.
We made it, man. And they face bone is like that there. Encore representing, it's the year of the dragon. Representing, it's the year of the dragon. cool. Representing, it's the year of the dragon. Cool. Representing, it's the dragon.
It's the year of the dragon. Hawaii got knockers tapped in. The code from front to back end. The knockers know what's happening. It's the year of the dragon. Hawaii got knockers tapped in. The code from front to back end. These knockers know what's happening.
We in N-A-G-A-V-I-L-L-E-R key. Did you know what that means? We in N-A-G-A-V-I-L-L-E-R quad. Do you know what that means?
Got a hand on the Torah and the other on that Mac man. I just try to turn him to a blue ghost like that Pac-Man. It's Nagarville, we keep the code and Awa gives us fat land. The hijack see us vibing, we just getting our attack plan. From the east and west we driving, north and south and front to back fan. The code we keep unites us automatically, we back fan. We tapped in from India, Superior, Lemuria. Americanas, Nagas, I was found here in the area.
All cool, got a con on the rise, so it's all cool. And the cool means to rise at the volume. When the con is surprised, we blow fumes. When the dragon arises and it goes boom. In the year of the dragon, we go zoom. When the solar eclipse makes a red moon, and the cool says comments and make room.
All cool.
Representing, it's the year of the dragon.
Solbone,
it's the year of the dragon.
All cool. Representing, it's the year of the dragon. All cool. Representing, it's the year of the dragon. All cool. Representing, it's the year of the dragon. All cool. Representing, it's the year of the dragon.
It's the year of the dragon. Hawaii got knockers tapped in. The code from front to back end. The knockers know what's happening. It's the year of the dragon. Hawaii got knockers tapped in. The code from front to back end. These knockers know what's happening.
We in N-A-G-A-V-I-L-L-E-R key. Did you know what that means? We in N-A-G-A-V-I-L-L-E-R quad. Do you know it?
And Awa said unto me, Go yet love a woman beloved of her friend and an adulteress, even as Awa loves the children of Israel, though they turn into other powers, and love cakes of raisins. So I bought her unto me for 15 pieces of silver, a half homer of barley, and said, You shall not play the harlot, you shall sit solitary.
Like that, and you know it's like that. We gon' keep our quota, we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep our quota, we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep our quota, we gon' take our land back. Like that, and you know it's like that. We gon' keep our quota, we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep our quota, we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep our quota, we gon' take our land back. Like that.
Like that in Inglewood, the game is digital. The war is spiritual, a Naga need a miracle. Who knew a miracle would come when we just listened to you? Now we hysterical, cause we didn't think your words to be true. Be the head and not the tail, is what you taught us to do. Chase the tail, become the tail, what a Naga gon' do? Pull the trigger, slay the nigga with an attitude. Instagram, Twitter, feeding us the bomb with no fuels. We the copper Indians and Moroccans and Hebrews. It's time to man up and stand up and rock in our shoes. We the Abyssinians, the mixed multitude. We the real life Nagas with an attitude. Switch the story up, they speaking in the allegory. Slavery and land invasion, that ain't half the story. The morning star, the star that's asleep I'm mourning. More and more war buried us in solitary.
And Hawaii said unto me, The children of Israel shall return, and shall sit solitary many days, without a Khan, without a prince, without sacrifice. Afterwards Israel will return. Seek Hawaii their power, and David their Khan, and shall come trembling to Hawaii in the end of days.
Pop off and drop off whoever necessary, and slay the hijack, especially these mercenaries. Traffic stops, killing cops, got Nagas driving scary. We're doing 60 on the freeway just to see our family. We're rolling 60 for Bro Nipsey and the Wood family. We're hitting 60 on the PJ for the royal family. We press their up, battle up with Ether Pack's family. Shabbat vibes in the tribe don't mean we that friendly. Fuck the internet, we moving to the library. Find a drop on how to stop familiar adversaries. Choosing up, drop a dime like it's honorary. Cop shot my homeboy like it was customary. Trying to shoot a child and yelled he had an open carry. He was carried off by 6 last February. Fuck Corona, man, we sicker than the coronary. American 1828 dictionary. And I said unto her, Thou shalt sit solitary for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot. Thou shalt not be any man's wife, nor will I be thine. For the children of Israel will return, seek Hawaii and Kandawi, and shall come trembling unto Hawaii and his goodness in the end of days.
Like that, and you know it's like that.
We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. Like that, and you know it's like that. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back like that.
Stay true to my heart and my vision. Take control of my life, no more wishing. Surviving in this world of perdition. I'm prepared for the battle on a mission. Wake up the masses, break out of the mental prison. They lost in their game in submission. And I'm no one's favorite, but maybe the real ones will listen. And even if they trapped by the master magician, how I will lead them to the water manumission. We need to tribe up as prophecies come to fruition. Discernment, logic, and intuition. Slay, hijack, silence the opposition. Keeping the code as we get our land back and recognition. And at the same time we wise up as we transition. And I'm talking to you, American, Webster's 1828 definition. Yeah, it's like that, it's like that. Yeah, and you know it's like that. Cause Drop Nation keep the code and believe me, we getting our land back. We press it up on my root comes, you better fall back. This our story, the codices, the pictographs they hijack. Living a lie, suffered enough, now it's time for payback. Dracon's gonna ride, look up the sky, we ready to attack. Enough is enough, no more complaining, it's time to act. We bring down the foundations of deceit. The message lived in the generations of my seed. Slaying all these hijacks, kill them on this beat. Dracan spit fire, you don't want none of this hate.
Like that, and you know it's like that. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. Like that, and you know it's like that. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back like that.
So I bought her for 15 pieces of silver and a homer of barley and a half homer of barley. And I said unto her, Thou shalt sit solitary for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot. Wow.
It's his side of it, right?
It just
He
be
popping
hilarious.
off up here.
I just be like, okay. And anyways,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Welcome to the Soul
See what
Bone.
time it is.
We back in
with
the
Chef.
building.
What it do? Shalom.
Building doing what she do. Ooh,
What I
you
do,
doing up in here?
What it do?
I'm good. How about y'all?
Hey, I'm doing way better. I'm doing way better
He
afterwards.
has some grub. That's what he's feeling better.
We're gonna get right to
Conversation
it.
with
We want to know what we just ate that made us feel so great.
Yeah.
We got it on the table there.
I feel electric.
All right, let's get to it.
I feel
Well,
What we
electric.
got?
I have some sweet potato mash with rice and beans, tostadas, and guac and salsa on top. So should I just get into the recipes?
Yeah,
All right, let's go. Let's do
get
it.
that clear.
So the sweet potato mash now, you just take about 2 sweet potatoes, 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, about 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped cilantro, and a drizzle of olive oil to help the mash along. So you boil the sweet potato. Well, you peel it first, of course. Then you chop it up and
Wash it, then peel it.
Exactly.
You gotta go to the steps. Yeah, you gotta.
Like,
Because they be skipping
told me to
steps.
boil it.
Because Drop Nation be skipping steps.
So exactly, you wash it. You turn on the faucet.
Oh, pay the water bill.
If you didn't tell them that,
You gotta go
they'll be
to
stuck.
Yes, you have to pay the water bill first. Then you turn on the faucet, you wash it.
Take it out your yard.
You peel it. You peel it, chop it up in, small pieces, enough to boil fast. So you want to put that to boil until it gets soft, not mushy, but just enough texture, enough to have it mashable. You toss all the spices in there with the olive oil, and you just mash away, and it kind of just dissolves really quickly. All the
seasoning,
flavor,
the paprika and stuff. You told us you put all that in like one spot, and then just put it all
you could
in
just
at
dump it
one
or
time.
just dump it in the pot,
Oh,
as I
Okay.
go.
Just toss.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and just kind of mush it up all together, and that's done, just like that. Or you're just flavoring it here,
That's
and
the
it's gonna
base.
act as a base. It's gonna act like a mayo base. You know what I mean? for that. I know you don't like mayo, but I didn't put mayo. It's sweet potato mash.
Would that traditionally?
It's a smear.
Is that what it would be traditionally? Mayo?
No.
Saying the consistency.
Yeah, the consistency of it.
Okay,
But you can use this mixture if you want to make a sandwich. Put that. Yeah, exactly. And you know how they have avocado mayo. We're just saying mayo just to. I get the idea.
Yeah,
of what
give you a texture
so,
idea.
Exactly.
I get you.
So it acts like a base, and then it actually helps put your whatever you want to put on the tostada itself. So in this sense, I just put rice and beans. So I did the rice and beans, which is about 2 cups of rice, white rice, brown rice, whatever rice you like, and I used saffron. So real saffron. So I did 2 teaspoons of saffron. And then 1 package of the Goya Sazon to give it a little extra kick. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of ancho chili powder, which gives it a more smokier, and it has a little kick to it. Not too much of a kick, but more smoky, that type of, and the color is very dark. It's like a darker version rather than the paprika or regular chili powder. 1 onion chopped, 1 tablespoons of chopped garlic, 1/2 cup of freshly chopped cilantro, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 can of black beans. So wash your rice, make sure all the starchiness is out of there. Then you want to add some olive oil in a pan or butter, whichever you prefer. Right. Then you're going to add your garlic and onion in there, saute that for a little bit. Oh, and 1 tomato. I put 1 tomato in there as well. And your tomato. And saute that up for a little bit. Then you want to toss in your rice and toast that up a little bit. Then toss in all of your seasonings and some of the cilantro. And you don't want to put your black beans in yet because I use a can of black beans, so it's going to just be too mushy. So between like maybe 3/4 of the way of being done, and just enough liquid in there after the rice has been kind of cooked, just to wash the black beans out, and then toss everything in there. But you're gonna, of course, if you're doing 2 cups of rice, you're gonna do 4 cups of water, or you can do vegetable stock. Vegetable stock adds a deeper layer of flavor.
Which one did you do with this one?
Just regular water. I didn't have any veggie stock.
Oh,
but
yeah. I'm trying to replicate precisely.
Yeah, but you can do the veggie
that.
stock. And then after that, you just add in the rest of your cilantro to revive it back up, or you can add some scallions in there if you have it as well. And stir it up, and that's done. And guac,
Wash it up.
Same thing. Yeah.
So like, just stir it up, and that's it.
That's it. That's all you do. You wait until it's cooked. All the liquids just soaked up and gotten all delicious with that saffron. Saffron is so good when you make rice and beans this way. It just adds so much flavor, and you can taste the authenticity.
Is that
of
what
it.
that little red thing is I'm seeing right there?
Which red thing?
Is it red? Oh.
Yeah, that's saffron.
A little red. It's like a red
right
hair.
here.
I see it.
Yeah, that's
okay.
saffron.
Yeah.
So after that, you do your guac. Guac.
Right. She said, yeah.
You do about three avocados, half an onion. I put a lot of garlic in mine. I grate it so you don't have a bunch of garlic tasting, so it kind of smears all over the guac. About 1/2 cup of cilantro, freshly chopped. 1 lime squeezed. Salt and pepper, and I used half a serrano chili. You smush it up with the tomato, maybe like 1 tomato de-seeded, and that's it. And for the salsa, I do 2 whole tomatoes, the rest of that half an onion, about 3 cloves of garlic, some cilantro, lime juice, the other half of that serrano, and you blend it. I blend mine all the way so I don't get any clumps, in a little food processor that I have. And you just dollop that on top. And you can also add some crispy onions, and I forgot to put it on, but usually it adds a nice sweetness to it. With the sweet potatoes, it's not super sweet because I didn't add any like cinnamon or sugar or anything like that in it. It's kind of, like I said, acting like the base. So when you have all those flavors combined, it's gonna really resonate in your mouth, like you're eating a taco, you're eating a burrito, you're eating this. But the sweet potatoes blend it really well together, and it brings out all the flavors naturally. So yeah, that's it for the recipe
and
this
what's
week.
the serving size with all of these ingredients? How many?
It equated to about, let's see, how many did you guys?
Yeah, because I'm like, that was
I used about 14 tortillas, and probably it equated to like about 12 or 13.
You crispied the tortillas yourself?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Some nice organic tortilla shells.
Make sure you crisp your tortillas. They might forget them steps.
You might forget that. Toast the tortilla, you fry it.
Yeah, don't eat it on the raw tortilla.
No. It's gonna go like this and then fall. So you want to fry it until it's crispy on both sides, not burnt, of course, but crispy enough to hold it.
How long did it take you to make the dish? Would you say
altogether maybe about 35-40 minutes? But I cook fast.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want to... She said right. So I want to say maybe like...
The rice took the longest, probably.
Yeah, the rice took like about... it took about 25 minutes.
And you had
then
the sweet
I kind of did everything. Exactly.
While that was happening.
So if you're working slow and you want to get it right, save yourself about an hour to kind of fry everything, the tortillas and everything. But again, like I cook really quickly, so I be in and out. You know what I mean? I don't have that much time to do it. So whenever my babies are secured, and I got time to move.
So it was delicious, guys.
Now this don't have any of that bandana. The bandanas?
No bandana.
This ain't got no bandanas in it?
Bandana.
Yo, I could imagine some plantains on there.
Now you're making me say it weird. It's bandana.
Would you consider doing the base with plantains?
The who?
The base with plantains,
oh yeah, definitely.
It sounds like some, especially with the rice and the beans.
Yeah. Or instead of doing that, you strip it. You know when I said to do the crispy onions?
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, chop the plantains in strips.
Yeah.
And just kind of layer it on top.
Oh, there you go.
As a topping. As like a garnish.
As they're cooked, or like you're saying raw plantains? Like,
no, not raw.
Oh, okay.
You fry it, of course.
Okay, I didn't know.
You wash it,
because
and then you peel it, and then you fry it.
But you gotta peel it.
Y'all remember Claudia had us trying them burro bananas?
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
So like,
Shout out to Claudia.
he was cooking them. But like since then, I've had them raw and they were like really good. Like if you let them ripen a little more, they become
it's essentially a banana. You know what I mean?
But
they get really, really sweet. But
they get real sweet.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
They get super sweet. But you could do that. Like fry it a little bit extra, and so it'll be crispy. So you could just layer it on top as a garnish.
Genius.
That's it.
And when you put this on the IG, you take a couple.
I will definitely do that.
We got we'll send you the pic.
Yeah, definitely.
4, 3, 2, the drop.
Let us know when y'all try it. Give Chef Candy some feedback.
Let's go. Hit us
that would
up.
be appreciative.
Any questions? And what's this called again? One more time.
This is a sweet potato mash with rice and beans.
Yeah.
Tostada, topped with guac and salsa. All your components. This is like the genius way of making, taking all your Mexican ingredients.
Sweet potato tostada with a whole lot of
enchilada. Gonna give you a final drop as I go.
She did it.
Dive in and crunch on it.
We're waiting. We're waiting. Live reaction. Live reaction.
In real time.
Get your final drop.
Oh man. Hey,
all right. Well, I'd just like to say, if you're going through anything, and you need some substance and awareness, just rely on the Most High. That's always going to be my message. Always rely on the Most High whenever you need something. Because if you don't get it right away, continue working towards whatever that you feel that you need to work on. Keep it going. Just continue the path. Continue your journey. And you'll always get there. It just takes a little bit of patience. Patience is just being able to have some time and energy dedicated to whatever your goal is, actual goal is, and just continue going. Just continue going. That's all I could say for this for this show.
I'm gonna continue eating this.
You will continue eating that.
It's bringing tears to his eyes. It's so good. That's what was happening to me out there.
What's that?
I said the food's so good. My man is over there. He got a tear rolling down.
Made a grown man cry. It's been another episode of Solbone. Live with Chef Condi, RKJ,
What an episode.
CJ Battle, the one and only Aqua Ty Bad Zon. Great assistance for Aqua Sam. Aki Brando, Aki Marcel, Mikael, Brother Nature. Let's go.
Made it all the way out here. MHOE.
Matai, Jacob,
MHOE.
Nasiah.
Gotta rep it.
Oh, MHOE check? Oh, hold on. I think I got something special in here.
Shout out to all those.
Nice like this.
Raindrop.
You thought.
All right, you won. I gotta get me one
This
of
is why I
those.
function with Ty Bad Zon. You never know what we got under the hood.
Flow with it.
MHOE check. Hey, shalom to the cons, man.
Shalom to
Hey,
Water
Shalom to all y'all.
We appreciate y'all
All our cons everywhere you
joining
are.
us.
Absolutely.
Cons can be cons and have a conversation.
Any
on
final
the
drop?
Solbone podcast.
Final drop from CJ
drop.
Battle.
Man, final drop. Well, y'all know, being out here in LA, California, West Coast, West Indies, there's a lot of cinema culture as far as new shows getting dropped every day. We're interacting with these people. We are these people. You know, we got the Nagaville coming soon. You know, stay tuned for that. I mean, as soon can be. But with that, if you want any show recommendations or anything with the drop, I'm gonna leave y'all with one. I'm gonna leave y'all with one right now.
We need a recommendation.
Check out the Fallout show, man. Check out Fallout. Sit with it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah. Did I watch it? I watched it.
I don't know if you finished it.
Oh,
yeah. Y'all ain't seen it yet?
What's this about?
Fallout. It's called Fallout Show.
Oh, we did watch it.
Or it's just Fallout.
It's just Fallout.
Okay.
So, but it's about a nuclear happening, like a nuclear fallout.
Okay.
But it's way deeper than that because
it's pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was wild.
It was a good series.
It was wild, and it can't be summarized so briefly.
There's too many
TV drop.
components.
That's our TV drop.
It's a component show.
So when you want to sit with
That
something
TV
that's going to, open that perspective and mind to just inspire you to get prepared for anything. We don't know. These people are creating futures that they want us to live in, but we got to be able to counteract the hijack.
Hey,
Well done. Final drop, Ty Bad Zon.
Final drop, I would say.
Take us all up.
Stay Zoni. Y'all know I just turned 50. We
Hey,
didn't
hey. What it do?
Just hit that 50.
It's 50 to do 40.
Hey, it's
Spody.
the new something, I can promise you. But definitely, just stay focused, guys. We are definitely living in a time where a lot of stuff is being exposed. A lot of things are being, revealed and uncovered. And we just need to, keep our discernment, stay grounded in Hawaii. And know that, we're going to see things that we haven't seen before. And, we part of the things that they haven't seen before.
That's right.
We part of the change.
The unknown, mysterious substance.
Year
of the dragon.
What you got on us? Drop? You got a final something? What's good?
My final drop, man, is just keep the water flowing. It's hard, man. This journey sometimes, but no matter what it is, just link up with your people. Believe in yourself, believe in those that you've invested in. You know what I'm saying, and make people the version that you vision them being. Don't just judge them for where they at, because they'll pass you by if you don't see clearly. You know what I'm saying? Those relationships worth the connection, worth the checkpoint. See it for what you want it to be, and visualize that, and be a part of that creation. Don't just wait for someone to be something for you, or a situation to be that perfect situation. You gotta create that. Be the creator and be the go-getter, man. Other than that, top of the soul. Hey, hop to you, Drop Nation. Shalom. We'll see you next time. The water RKJ again for Great, checkpoint checking in. RKJ.
How would to you?
Planet Health Compton.
Mm-hmm.
Go dig on it. Compton, what it do?
We tapping
Cool.
Russian power
Stand
rolling.
up.
Shalom.
Shalom.